Good day, everybody. Back with another video for you. This one is a Halloween special. So I figured we all get dressed up for Halloween. Why shouldn't our guns get dressed up? So I got with me a Canuck. It's a Remington 870 clone. You can pretty much tell that's the giveaway. That stock is a giveaway. So what I want to do today is turn this into a Jurassic Park special gun. And
We have the slightest idea of what to expect.
Yeah, that's nice.
worried about the YouTube rules. I'm not modifying the gun in any way. I'm just literally changing its appearance. Alright, so we're going to get started by disassembling this guy. I'm not going to bother you by making you watch this on TV, so we'll come back as everything gets disassembled. See you on the... Bloop! 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 Alright guys, so everything is now disassembled. Won't be using this. I'm going to be replacing that, but I'll show you what in a little bit later. So I'll throw that aside. I'm going to be replacing that. So I'm just going to put that aside. Barrel, not changing the barrel in any way. I'm going to be zhuzhing this up a little bit. The only thing I've already pre-added was a little rail on the bottom. I did that a while ago. I've had this for some time. And then this guy here, he's getting a makeover. He's going to be getting a makeover with vinyl tape. So, I don't like Canuck. I don't want to spend a lot of time and but energy. Canuck. I call it Canuck. I'm Canadian. So, I'm not going to paint it. I'm going to go ghetto school and just Sharpie it out. Sharpie it out. Sharpie it out. Now I'm going to find a better Sharpie because I don't like the way that looks. How about I don't have one? Oh, well, I guess I'm stuck with the Sharpie. Just going to give it a second coat. It does change the texture a bit, but once you get the tape on there, your eye's not going to see that. The vinyl tape, that is. Okay, that's Sharpied out. Now to show you the vinyl, if I can remember where I put it. That's one part sticker. Now I made doubles, but that's going to be on the receiver itself. You can't tell that's the back of the receiver. Sorry, wait, where am I? That is back of the receiver, the front of the receiver, and then the opposite side. That aside first. I'm going to try the front half because the back half I'm not a big fan of right now. So there's the front half. At least there's a better reference to when I'm working here. I have the ejection port. Line it up to the ejection port. Wrap it down around. Wrap it over the top. Get down there with my fingernail. Smooth that out. Take the blade. Very sharp, brand new blade. Cut just along the rail here. Flares out a bit, so flare that out a bit. Move that. Use your fingernail to push it down with. Get under here. Ooh, it's hot today. Gentle touch. Cut around. Peel off. Bring the knife back up here. Follow the ejection port. Bring it back around. Make sure your edges are good. There's some overhang here. Oops, I just nailed the camera. So just take the blade and let the receiver guide you. Again, sharp knife. You could do it with one of those disposable plastic knives. You don't need one of these almost surgical type blades, but I build a lot of models, so I always have these blades lying around. Okay, so that's wrapped. Again, burnish back down here. I should have probably cleaned this off ahead of time with some degreaser, but whatever. It's just a sticker. And that's the advantage of this. It is just a sticker after all. So I'm not going to use any carrier here. Going to pick that up with the knife. Line that up. Push that down. Pick up the inner part of my pea. Remember, it's all in your pickup game. No, just kidding. This is not hard to do, as you can see. Now, the only issue I'm going to have here is making sure I get the spacing right. That's where the carrier film really comes in handy. If you're doing letters and you don't want to freehand it, but I can tell you right now, the bottom edge there lines up perfectly. So as long as I get my J, see, that's not right. Lift it up, angle a little bit better. Still not right. Change my perspective. Line it up. I'm happy with that. Hope you guys know the sense for Jurassic Park. 12 is 12 gauge. They do weird things like that in Jurassic Park, so I thought, why not me? Okay. So this side here has some more complicated issues to it. You might not be able to tell, but there's small writing in there. I'm going to have to weed all that out. Weeding, literally you come in here with a knife, and the part you don't want, you carefully, without picking up the parts you want to keep. This is a pain in the butt. I think what I'm going to end up doing is probably copying most of the innards from the other one and laying them by hand. This is normally there where you'd want to use the carrier, because anyways, I'm going to give this a bit of a pause, and I'll come back when I get this done, and I'll show you the weeding part complete. So I'll be back in literally a blink of the eye. Okay, so I've finished weeding this area here. You can see like where this is a B, there should be a little fillers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the filler pieces out of here, or pick them up back off of here and just drop them in manually. Same thing with the, where am I? Same thing with the number 1 part there. I'm just going to drop that in manually like I did the other side. So So why is this cutout here? That cutout is for these guys. Okay. Put it on a carrier. So what's carrier? It looks clear. Well, it's clear. It just doesn't have a lot of adhesive. It has enough to pick up the image. It has some grid on it to help you align everything. So now you just peel back. And now my dinosaur is not flippity floppity. Line it back up with that edge. Lay it down. Push your sticker down. You see, like, right there, that lip is coming up, so I'm getting my finger in there. Back it off. Push it down, back it off. Push it down. Gotta watch this curve here on this circle. Almost got it. That one went a lot better. I'm gonna have to cut another hole. Worst part about vinyl, it sticks to everything but the stuff you don't want it to stick to. So, a little bit of cleanup. Where's that hole? Where's that pin? There's the pin. Pin's right there. No, I'm going to give you an overhead view, and then I'm going to zoom in so hopefully I won't block it as much. Overhead view. Zoom. Zoom. Sorry, that's not the best quality, but unusual way of working today. So find the pin. Pin's right in there. It's a little bit blurry. Digital zoom, what are you going to do? Cut around the pin. If you want to do this cleaner, I would take the pin out, but you can always fix that later when you have to do any sort of maintenance or cleaning. You can take the pin out then and then retrim the vinyl. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to actually trim that little corner up there. So at least that part's a little more round. Alright guys, I'm back from a bit longer break than I expected. Decided that I wanted to do something to the grip. And what I decided to do was the same yellow here on here. I'm not finished. I just did some of the prep work to show you how simple it is. So I just cut some of that same vinyl that I got from Michael's of all places. So it's not even fancy stuff. All I'll do is lay it over the top there. This one I'm putting a bit of tension on because I want to stretch it a little bit. Wrap it around. Wrap it around. Work it with my fingernail. This one has a bit more overlap than I would want. So I'm going to take the knife. See if burrs that down. You know what? I'm fine with that. So what I'm going to do now is I want to cut a straight line across the top here. I'm just going to use the ribs as my guide. I'll go back to number 2 here. Give you a better show. There we go. So I'm going to use those ribs as my guide. I'm just going to take a marker here. Doot. 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 And a doot. Okay. Flip it over. Line her up. Doop. Oh, that one crooked. Doop. Doop. I'm going to try to wipe that off before it sets. Wipe off. Line it back up. Doop. That's already cut. Doop. The one that's already cut is the first one I did, and I decided, you know what? I can trim it after everything's on. Just like that. Alright. Now for the exciting part. Taking the okay, there we go. That is now a honeybee, apparently. Okay, I'm going to do something else. So my brother was right. This is the first time for everything, I suppose. It's also the first time I've listened to him. Heat gun. There you go. There's an imperfection right there. Heat gun. Not there anymore. Nothing to show you, unfortunately. Alright, done with the heat gun. Toss that aside and set the shed on fire. Put my scissors away. Alright guys, we're ready for reassembly. So, let's have a look at some of the parts I'm going to be putting on this thing. This, tactical muzzle brake. This is from actually my UTAS, the UTS 12. Came with it. Goes in there. Extension from a pump. I'm not a hunter, so there's no limits in Canada. Yeah, get that in the frame. So that's the extension there. The barrel. I'm going to trash everything in the process of trying to get this. Heat shield. I've painted yellow. I used a Tamiya paint, hobby paint, to paint that yellow, but you can use anything you'd like. So that is permanent, but it's not an original piece of the gun. It's not a historical shotgun. I already said it's a Turkish shotgun. So let's continue on, shall we? What else am I going to add to this thing? How about a nice foregrip? How about a red dot sight? How about a folding stock, so I could pretend that I have a Spaz 12. Won't be that way. Alright, let's do the magical assembly process, shall we? Do it off screen so I don't get in trouble. Bloop! Heat shield's on. Bloop! Folding stock is on. Bloop! The grip is on. The pump. Bloop! Barrel's on. Bloop! Extension on. Bloop! Muzzle brake. Bloop! Grip is on. This is actually kind of interesting. It's just a cheap little 3D printed adapter that you put any stock on there. I'll do something different, but like I said, this is just budget, having fun, so not going to spend a ton of money here. More parts to come. Flashlight. You can't see it. Flashlight. More to come. Bloop. Yeah, you probably can't see what I just did you? I'll show you the new bloop. Yeah. Oh, there. Just knocked the cover off, too. Red dot. Tiny red dot that hides. And that's me smacking my light. I did modify this a bit in the past. What I've done is I've milled out this area here so it fits flusher, I guess. And I've had to hog out this area here, which is all solid. This little, it's molded, but it's solid when you get the piece. It's an ATI stock. I don't remember the exact one, but everything I got was on sale. So again, not spending a lot of money. Deploy the stock. Now it's too long for the screen. And you're ready to go hunting dinosaurs. Alright guys, I hope you liked the video. I'll try to cut it down short so you're not bored too much. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a happy Halloween, and stay safe, and watch out for T-Rexes.